Hi, this is Mark Littleton, the minister of the Word for the Athens Church of Christ, with today's 3-minute sermon. In Luke chapter 12, beginning in verse 22, Jesus says this to his disciples. He says, "Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat, nor about your body, what you will put on. For life is about more than food, and the body is about more than clothing. Consider the ravens. They neither sow nor reap, they neither have a storehouse or a barn, and yet God feeds them. Of how much more value are you than the birds? And which of you, by being anxious, can add a single hour to his span of life? If then you are not able to do a small thing such as that, why are you anxious about the rest?" You know, anxiety and worry is something that all of us have to struggle with to some degree or another. One of the most helpful images that I have ever heard of someone comparing worry to was they said that worry was sort of like a weed, and this was very helpful to me. If you look at your yard, if yours is anything like mine, weeds grow seemingly everywhere. They don't need a whole lot of room. They don't need a whole lot of space. They'll just start growing in all sorts of different places you don't want them to grow. But I've also noticed in my yard that in those spots where the grass is the fullest and the richest and the healthiest, there are no weeds growing there because there's no room for the weeds to grow there. That was helpful to me because I think the same thing is true in my heart, in my life, in your heart, in your life today. We struggle with worry when we allow those weeds to grow instead of planting seeds of faith and trust in the promises of God in the soil of our hearts. So here's my challenge to you today. Maybe you're struggling with worry. Maybe there's something today that's just consuming you and it is just paralyzing you. My challenge to you is, instead of allowing those weeds of worry to grow, why not plant seeds of faith and trust in the promises of God in your heart? And those things will choke out those weeds of worry and anxiety in your life. Hope you have a blessed day. Lord willing, we'll see you again later this week for another 3-minute sermon. God bless.